Hello friends, family, faculty, and my fellow DeMatha seniors. Although the setting for our graduation is not ideal, nor is it what we envisioned at the beginning of the year, I wanted to take some time to reflect on where we've come, the journey we've made, and to encourage us as we move into this next chapter of our lives. Before I start, I want to extend a huge thank you from myself and on behalf of the class of 2020 to every family member who has allowed us to attend DeMatha in the first place. We weren't always the most agreeable people to deal with, but nonetheless, you were by our side every step of the way. I also want to thank the faculty who supported us and guided us throughout our high school careers. DeMatha in its entirety is great in part because the people who work there are great. The faculty members create an environment where we feel like we have a second family, and they inspire in us great qualities which they themselves possess. Two qualities which have made themselves evident during these trying times are adaptability and preparedness. The faculty members have provided a seamless transition from our normal classes at school to our online classes that we've taken during the quarantine. The transition was in part so smooth because we had taken online classes various times due to school-wide cyber days. The faculty were well prepared to conduct online classes and adapted to it extremely well. We all know that DeMatha is a very special place and that very special places can only produce special people. DeMatha alumni and students stand out in their communities and they make a difference. I mean, there's not many places where it's normal to have a 7-foot student walking around. The things we've experienced during our time at DeMatha have helped mold us into the special people that we are right now and that will become in the future. Throughout our time at DeMatha, we have been through many ups and downs. Some of us were lucky enough to sit in Mr. Reeves' class while he shouted enthusiastically that God would strike us dead if we cheated on our exams. We made friends during our freshman year in the house basketball tournament when our teachers had to limit how many points Hunter could score. We learned how to be winners, how to lose with grace, and how to come back after a loss stronger than we had been before. We learned how to value our community and our friendships that we had established at DeMatha and to value every single person in the DeMatha community. We learned how to live up to the expectations that grew upon us each year as we transitioned from the new kids on campus who lost our freedom to roam campus during interim, sorry to every future freshman class that has an interim schedule, to immature sophomores, to finally becoming redcoats, and then being the supreme class on campus. Throughout our whole journey, some people have come and gone, but the DeMatha spirit and sense of brotherhood has been persistent. And now, as we prepare to enter the world as DeMatha alumni rather than DeMatha students, we will forever hold a bond with every other person who is affiliated with DeMatha. This bond won't differentiate between which sports you played, which classes you took, or which clubs you were involved in. Regardless, you will forever be a DeMatha alumnus. As DeMatha alumni, we are held to a higher standard because of those who have come before us and the greatness that they have achieved. However, these people who have set the bar high are the same ones who have prepared us to push it even further. Recently, in Mr. Tomey's Catholic Thought and Tradition class, I read a quote from C.S. Lewis in his book Mere Christianity, which has since become my favorite quote. The quote states, "To what will you look if you will not look to that which is stronger than yourself?" Lewis meant this in a spiritual way, telling us, as has been emphasized throughout our career at DeMatha, that God should be the ultimate being to which we turn at any point in our lives. However, I also think this quote shows the value that we can find in the people that have changed our lives and made us stronger. For the last 4 years, we've turned to our teachers, family, coaches, and community leaders for strength and guidance. It is important to find a sense of humility and gratitude and to show these people how impactful they've been in our lives. As we move into this next chapter of our lives, I ask us to be people that others can turn to when they need strength. Be the person that helps someone who has less than yourself. Understand that there are people to whom you can turn for strength, and understand that God is the ultimate being to whom you can turn for guidance. Go out into your career and your communities and create long-lasting, powerful traditions like that which has been presented before you at DeMatha. And all the while show appreciation for those people who are stronger than you and who have established the traditions that have put you in the position that you're in today. Be a DeMatha alumnus. Congratulations to the class of 2020.